I appreciate everybody's memos, and they all seem very important. And this is a very tough decision to make. I know that maybe you guys are even laughing at this one, but there are sound walls in this city that are so dilapidated that they're falling over in many, many places. And when my constituents call to see if they can get a permit, it's a nightmare because nobody knows what kind of walls are supposed to go, whether if they're supposed to be formed concrete. And so this issue is, you know, it's a hazard. We've had, they can drop right in the middle of a sidewalk unexpectedly. They've dropped right in the middle of streets. And I've sent pictures of how many, and they're in every district, quite frankly. They're not just in mine. The current process is extremely bureaucratic. Nobody knows how to do it, even if it's on private property. We've tailored what we want out of this down to a medium, a little more than 40 hours, I guess. But this will help a lot of people. It'll help a lot of people being able to use cinder block or even wood to replace the fences in some cases. I've seen people stumble on this issue for a year because each one of these panels costs more than $10,000 and requires a crane to put it into place. So I know that some people might not think that this is a very serious problem, but most of these walls are 40 to 60 years old. They weren't designed to last much past 50. And they look horrible. They're blight, and I think it'd be a good one to fix. So the other one is the gas-powered landscape equipment. This is not, this is part of our climate smart goals. I think it's a good idea for us to get rid of these two-cycle engines that are creating a lot more pollution than my 8-cylinder car. Because there's no catalytic converters, there's nothing on these devices that spew tons of toxic gases into the air. I'm hoping that this this could be part of our climate smart effort, and I hope that you guys could support that one too. Of course, I'm very excited about the wayfinding strategies for. It's not just for the convention center, but we can get these things done in a pilot. We can get it done for free, and I don't really understand why. So in the CED committee that I chair, we talked about doing an entire CEQA process for putting up basically a sign. And I think that we should be able to do this in a much faster process, maybe a negative declaration. And so that I'm hoping that we'd all rally around this point because it won't cost the city any money. We could potentially get revenues out of it, and it'll help people find their way in San Jose. Last but not least, I think the wage theft issues are extremely important. But there is already existing laws in place. As Assembly Member Oshkala actually put it in his letter to us, it says wage theft is illegal in the state of California and should never be tolerated. It is illegal, and California does enforce it. And if we're looking at, everybody brought up Silvery Towers. Silvery Towers they were prosecuted for this, and it was the state of California who acted, and the federal government acted on this. So there's already enforcement in place for a lot of these wage theft issues. And if we also look internally. We recently had a presentation at CED on our current wage theft policy for our city. And I come to the understanding that our wage theft policy is 1,000 pages long and requires us to watch 10 videos. So to me, it's no wonder that people might be falling into the cracks of these 1,000 pages and may be falling into violations inadvertently. So, those are my hopes that you would consider these in your votes. Thank you.